need to speak to you for a second.
What's up, people? What's going on? Oh, man. My camera's getting grainy on me already.
Yeah. They look really talk tomorrow. I'm not here for that.
So what's up, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Man, I was just on Facebook and I saw something. I'm gonna elaborate on it in a minute. I want to wait and let some people get in here first. What's up, William? What's going on? I got something I just saw on Facebook, William. I want to wait. Let a few more people get in here first before I talk about it because it's really fucked up. What's up, Sir Capone? What's going on? What's happening? Oh man, a lot of shows going on this weekend, man. There's one in Oklahoma. There's one here in Lumberton, North Carolina, ABKC show. I was going to go to it. I might still go. I don't know. I really don't have that much to show in it because ABKC, I can only show Larry Bird and the Connie Corso. I'm surprised I can even show the Connie Corso. I didn't even know I could until I talked to Anthony Gray. I thought I could only do the Frenchie, but I didn't get to the dog show last week, William. I've been having a bad luck with getting to the dog shows, man. I broke down last week. I broke down. Now I got the RV all running right and everything, but I had some problems with the battery and all that shit. So, but basically, what's going on is I got December 14th. I got Vader's appraisal. So I'm doing Vader's appraisal and get that done because that's important. And then the same day, I'm supposed to be in Conyers, Georgia for a GCR show. So I'm going to be up at the crack on. Well, as soon as they start the appraisals, I'm either going to go early in the morning and try and make it to the other show, or I talked to one of the head appraisers, right? And they said if I want, I can come to the hotel the day before the actual appraisal, and I can get them appraised at the hotel so I can make the other show. But in a way, I'm really happy to do that for me. But in another way, I really think I should go to the appraisal and show up. You know, that's all you can do. Capone's take it one day at a time. It's all you can do. You know, because I got some people that want to see Vader for like possible stud service and so forth. So I think I need to make an actual make. Shut up, Vader! Don't start barking that crazy. I think I need to. Yeah, but the thing is, William, I go the day before, and then a lot of the people that need to see the dog aren't seeing the dog. You know, and they're going to be like, they're not going to be probably too happy about that. Yo, shut the fuck up. Man, they're like kids. As soon as I get on here and start this shit, they start barking that stupid. They just went out and they were sleeping. And now it's like when you're on the phone with your kids, you know what I mean? And shut up. Oh my God. But so I got to figure out what I want to do. I mean, I'd like to go the day before. Oh, sorry. Because I really don't want to miss that show, the GCR show. You know, I support them a lot. They support me. And to be honest with you, when the GCR first started, I didn't want nothing to do with it. And then I said, all right, well, let me give this a shot. And once I seen the way they operate and stuff, I'm all with it now. I'm going to be at all the GCR shows around the area. You know why? Because it's all breeds. It's not just bullies. It's that you can bring a fucking pelican there and you can get it judged. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? I like the all breed thing. You know what I mean? Because I'll be honest with you, I like XL bullies. I like bullies, right? But I don't like them as much as I used to. And the reason for that is everybody's breeding them. Got a different type, and I'm not. I'm just. It's just kind of like turning me off, man. Yeah, I know. William, I paid for the booth, so what? The one guy that really wanted to see him, I told him. I said, when I'm going to go to the hotel, if I go the day before, I'll tell you what time I'm going to be there. You could put hands on the dog, so he could see him while he's getting appraised. You know what I mean? I just feel like Vader's not getting his glory, because he's not out there in front of everybody and all that shit. But you can only do what you can do, right? I mean, you only do so much. You can't be in two places at once. And from Fayetteville to Conyers, Georgia is like a 6-hour ride. So, you know, even if they started at 9 a.m. and I was the first one to get appraised and I was done by 10 p.m., I still not going to get there till like 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Hey, 2/3 of the show would be over by then. So, I don't know. I'll probably go the day before. I really don't want to, but I got to do what I got to do. You know what I mean? So, that's that for as far as the appraisal. And so both shows are on December 14th, but I'll probably go on the 13th for the appraisal. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on that. And then, what else do I want to tell you guys? I got another guy in Georgia that might be breeding the Vader, possibly. I've talked to him twice, and like today, he's told me, let's do it, but he had to talk it over with his wife, so we'll see. For the rest of the year, after these two shows, I'm pretty much done for the year. I think there might be one more, but I don't think. I'm getting ready for January because January is busy. Everybody coming right out of the gate in January, everybody's going to be wide open again. So I'm going to be, going running around. I want to take the rest of the year on getting my generator running right, so that way I don't need no shore power. So if I go to a show, I got AC, I got all that shit running off the Kohler jet because I got a diesel generator, and then I'll be straight for the dog shows. You know what I mean? And then so basically the appraisal and that last GCR show is probably going to be it for me for the rest of the year. Because then I got to start getting ready for Christmas and blah blah. But 2025, I'm coming out wide open, man. I'm telling you. And this is no joke. I'm going to be wide open because I'm going to have the rig all hooked up and the maintenance somewhere without breaking down. So all that'll be done. And then I'm going to Rumble in the Jungle, which is in Texas. I'm going to June's show. And June puts on a hell of a show. I ain't never been there, but videos of it's crazy. That show's monstrous. But and I just looked on Facebook, right? This is what I want to talk to you guys about. I was just on Facebook, and was on there mad as hell. You know what somebody just did? They trying to say that he got $50K for Bam, who passed away. He got shot. He's part of the bully community. They're trying to say that he got 50 grand and he kept like 20 of it. He only sent them 20. I mean, who the fuck? These people, I'm telling you, people in the dog game are fucked up. Seriously. That man don't need that goddamn money. That man got money coming out of his ass probably. He don't need that money. Christ, he's flying somewhere every weekend, going somewhere, doing something. He don't need that damn money. So I don't like that shit, man. That's bullshit. That pissed me off. Like you trying to make like the biggest dude in the game. You're trying to make him look like he's trying to steal off somebody's family. Like, how low can you fucking people get, man? I mean, that's ridiculous. But anyway, for you to go that far and say shit like that, that's just totally tasteless, man. That means you ain't got no brains at all. You gotta be a fucking idiot to say something like that. What's the show Karma's going to be looked at? Karma's going to be looked at they want to look at her at the appraisal. I mean, I think she's too young, but they're saying at 11 months they can do it. So if they want to do it, I'll let them do it. It's not going to, I don't think it's going to be accurate, but because what if they score her at like a 80, right? Then I have somebody look at her when she's like 2 years old, and he says, "Oh, she's a 90% bitch." Well, I should have waited, huh? So I don't know. We'll see. Main thing is get Vader done because Vader's 3 years old. This is Vader's prime year coming up. You know what I mean? He just turned 3 in September. And we're going to keep him healthy all next. I mean, I got him all his weights on back on him and stuff now. Before the dog show, I put him on that certain diet I put him on and get him ripped up, and then and lean him in a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, and then by the time it's time to go to ring, he looks great. Oh God, man, sorry guys. Yeah, Karma's nice too. Karma's still going through the goofy stage though, man. I can't get a good picture of her because right now it looks like her rear's too high and like she's sway backed. But I don't even think it's her conformation. I think she just something I've noticed with the Borbles, they tend to stand lazy. You know what I mean? Like they don't want to they don't really stack up unless they're really pumped up and attentive on something. You know what I'm saying? Like Vader will stand all goofy. But you see, like the picture I posted today, when he's keyed up on something, you see how nice and straight his top. You see how nice he looked in that picture. Totally different, man. It's totally different. When you get him interested in something, get him to key up on it, and that chest pops out, and their feet and their shoulder, everything tightens up, and they stand proper, with proper stance. Then you get to see what the real dog looks like. I mean, I got pictures of Karma, but they don't look good. But it's not that she don't look good. It's just the way she's standing. That's why when you're in the ring, it's very important to stack your dog properly because you could take a mediocre dog and stack it right and make it look a lot better than what it is. And you can also have a great dog, and if it's not stacked right, it's not going to win because it doesn't look good. So, that's part of being an experienced handler and knowing how to, and if you're an owner handler, you need to work with your dog enough to where the dog responds. I'm guilty of it. I got to put more work in. I'm getting ready to. I'm getting ready to put some serious work in. Larry Bird's going to boot camp. Vader's getting a tune-up. Karma's going to boot camp. Rocco's going to boot camp for obedience and for show stacking. So I'm gonna be busy because I got to do it all myself. I don't have nobody helping me. The only one that ever helps me is Linda, and she doesn't really help with training. She helps more like getting them treats and food and and help me at the shows and that kind of thing. But she doesn't do the training part. That's not her thing. But as far as the registries and what I like, if I had to rate them, like, and I'm not really rating them, but I mean, which one I would go to the most shows of would be GCR or USBR. Because ABKC, I can't show Vader in ABKC. I mean, it's just the way it is. I show different breeds. Okay. I've got 3 different breeds here, so I got to be able to show them all. And the GCR makes that very convenient where I can show them all at the same show, as many times as I want to say. It's like, say they got 3 sanction shows. I could put all 4 of my dogs times 3 shows. I mean, it's a shitload of entry fees. It's probably like a couple $100 just in entry fees. But I can be there all day, man. And I can just, get points on all of them. Now, the USBR, they let me show Vader. He's recognized. So I go to USBR shows too. Like the BRC, I can't do nothing with that because it's just bullies. It's not that I don't like the registry. I can't do nothing. What am I going to do? And if I'm just taking Larry Bird, I'm not going to drive to like Illinois to go to a dog show with one dog. I'm just not going to do it. William Forrest showing Rocco, yes, I'm going to show Rocco. I was going to show Rocco tomorrow. But the thing is, think about it, guys. Tomorrow, if I go tomorrow, right, I got to pay to register both dogs in ABKC. Then I got to pay for me to get in. Dogs get in. I mean, it's end up being a $500 day. It don't make sense for me to go tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? If it was USBR, yes, I would go. If it was GCR, I would definitely go. But USBR and GCR have been good to me, so that's what I concentrate on. And like I said, I still like everybody in the bully community that I know and friends wise and all that stuff. I got nothing but love for everybody. It's just not my thing right now. As far as the breed, not the people. I'm not into the dogs right now. I'm not into the bullies right now. I'm just not into it. If the only way I could get into the bullies right now is if it was an XL and it was exceptional. There's only one puppy that I saw right now that I'm interested in. One puppy. And that's Ann Crowley's litter she just had with the Bruiser. That red collar female, I'd buy that bitch. If I had the money, I'd buy that bitch in a heartbeat. So shout out to Ann Crowley because that bitch is bad. She's pretty female. Bruiser threw it down on that shit. And yeah, William, one person can handle all 4 dogs, man. I'm like the dog whisperer in this bitch. I mean, you just take them in one at a time. You put them in the kennel. Once you get your booth, you're straight. Take them out one at a time. Show them one at a time. I mean, usually my daughter goes with me, but she's at a horse show in Camden, South Carolina, a big horse show. I just went there today to see her, and she's showing this weekend. So that's another thing. I want to go see my daughter perform. So that's another reason why probably why I'm not going to go, because I want to see her. I'm sure she wants me there. So I'm going to go see her do her thing. So I try to take care of everything I can take care of. And I'm looking at. I was just talking to a guy about land. I got 3 pieces of land I got to go look at this week. They're all like 3-4 acres. One of them's 2.5 acres. I really want 5, but I don't know. We'll see. But I'm trying to get something with a low down payment too. You know what I mean? So I don't have to put a lot of cash up front. But the land's cheap. You know what I mean? I think the one he said was like $3,000 down. It was $190 a month. I mean, it's nothing. How far away from me? I think it's like 30 minutes from me. It's not so much further south. It's across the state. It's going, east or west. I didn't look at the map. I got to look at it. I didn't dial it in yet. I'm just checking out different spots. I'm checking out different spots, different towns, and I don't want to go any further south where I'm at. You know what I mean? I'll go east or west of here, but I don't want to. I don't want to go. I don't want to be like 3 hours away from my daughter. I want hour and 20 minutes is enough. So, plus I do a lot of work up that way. But yeah, as far as the registries go, GRC's doing their thing. Give them a couple more years, man. They're going to be crazy, crazy big. I mean, they're already doing good, but I mean, imagine what's going to be like in 2-3 years from now. So, but I'm going to be hitting their shows hard. I'll be hitting USBR shows hard. You got Bucella in the springtime. You got Beast of the East 3.0 in September. You got, I'm probably going to go to Olivia's Bully Bash. That's Dana Conklin's daughter, her birthday party. So that's a USBR show, so I can go there. It's a little bit of a haul for me, but it's not that bad. Now that I got the RV and this is actually roadworthy now. Like the other day, it was just a battery. It was stupid shit. It wasn't like there's nothing wrong. This motor runs great. I just had it running about an hour ago. I started up every couple days and shit and let it run. The battery that's in this thing is 450 cold cranking amps. Yeah. I mean, it weighs like 130 pounds. It's huge. I mean, battery's a monster. So, how's everybody else doing? Is anybody got any puppies? Anything going on? Anybody got any pups? Any litters you want to advertise? Feel free. I'm not that guy. I don't sit there and like, oh, you can't talk about your dogs on my live and all that bullshit. If you have puppies or anything available you want to shout out now, now's the time. Let it rip. If you got any questions for me, let it rip. But like I said, the last two shows for me is probably going to be December 13th and 14th. Yeah, William, I am near Aiken, yeah. Oh, Capone's got pups for sale. There you go. You got XLs. What do you got? Tell them what you got, man. You got XLs, male, female. How old are they? Put it up there. Actually, some of the land I'm looking for, some of the land I'm looking at is in Aiken, William, or on the other side of Aiken. From here, I'd say I don't even think I'm 30 minutes from Aiken. I don't think I'm more than a half hour. So I'm looking, man, because I can tell you right now, before the middle of 25, I'm going to be on land somewhere. I don't know exactly where, but I'm working on it hard right now. By summer, I'm trying to be on a piece of land. Okay, so you got standards for sale. Okay. So Sir Capone, he's got standards for sale. If anybody's looking for a standard. I don't have anything, of course, because I haven't been breeding anything. But I will tell you this. I got Stella a home with a person that owns another one of my dogs. So check this out. This is what's going to happen. She has both females. The one female will be able to be bred soon. That female is going to come with me, get bred, have the puppies, and then go back to her. And then she's going to fix her. So she's let me have one litter with her before she gets fixed, because that's my blood. That's my production, and that's my blood. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my blood back, and then work off of that. That's why I'm not buying any XLs or nothing, because I'm going to be breeding my own and keeping my own stuff. Because people that I sold my dogs to don't want to give me any break or nothing on the price. I'm trying to sell for double what the hell I ain't got time for that shit. I hooked you up with I hooked one guy up for like $7,000 worth of dogs for like $3,000, and then he tried to tell me he wants me to pay $2,000 for a puppy. Bitch, you should be giving me a puppy. So I'm like, keep the dogs, man. I don't even want them. So I'm saying, man, in this community, everybody talks about community and everything. Well, let me tell you this. If somebody hooks you up, if somebody's being loyal to you, taking care of you, and really helping you out, and you don't take care of them, you're fucked up. Period. You're a fucking loser. Period. Because you should reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? Christ, I'm not even gonna put it. I mean, my boy Skits, right? Me and Skits are good friends, right? I give him a dog, he gives me a dog. I give him a dog, he gives me a dog. We don't spend no money, but that's because we're tight like that. That's what we do. We take care of each other. Where do you think Blue's at? At his house. Where do you think Zakiro's at? At his house. I'd rather have him for nothing than to sell the dogs for $1,000 to somebody's going to tie them up in the backyard, ain't going to do shit with them. You know what I mean? It's not about the money all the time, man. It's not. I am speaking the truth, but it's really not like that. Well, what's really not like that? Tell me, William. What's not like that? Expand on that. Tell me what you're trying to say there. I mean, I know I'm speaking the truth. People don't like when I speak the truth, but tough shit. That I'm going to tell you what you got to hear, not what you want to hear. Oh, reality's not like that. Okay. Well, one thing I've learned doing this dog stuff and being in business for myself and all that is, no matter how good you hook somebody up, don't hook them up if you're going to expect anything in return. You know what I'm saying? Because most people ain't going to give you shit. They're not going to do nothing for you at all. You know what I'm saying? So if you do it, you got to go into mindset. Well, if I hook him up with this deal, I know I'm not going to get nothing out of it. So if you want to do it, you do it just to do it. Don't expect anything. I expect nothing from anybody anymore. I don't expect anything from my family, even my own fucking blood. I don't expect for anything from. I don't expect anything from anybody. I make my own way. I do my own thing, and whatever I get, I get. That's it. So, but as far as 2025, like I said, for show schedule, there's already like 4 or 5 shows just in the month of January. And I have to sort out which ones I need to go to, based on what registry is running that show. So we're gonna start figuring that out. And I got like a whiteboard, and I write all the dates down. And I just go down the list. But like I said, I got those 2 females. I got Stella, and I got Nala. Nala's gonna get bred this year. Okay, probably. I think she comes into heat like in May or June. She'll get bred. She'll have a litter, and that's good. I'll have that litter done right before I breed Karma. And then I'm going to breed Stella when she's of age. I want to see how she turns out. because I'm thinking about breeding Stella. I'm thinking about breeding Stella to He-Man, Danny's dog, because the way she's built and the way he's built, I would get some ridiculous headpieces. I would get some, and and she's got good bone. He's got really good bone. So yeah, like I said, Capone, I might breed her to He-Man. You know, that is if I can even be able to breed to He-Man, because He-Man's getting older. I know he's got frozen semen. Danny has, but I have to talk to him. I mean, that's like a year off, so I'm not worried about that right now. But and if I don't breed, it's either He-Man or I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do stud wise. Let's see. With Nala, Nala's a buckskin bitch. She's like a fawn with a black mask. With her, I was gonna breed her to Champion Tank. So she's getting bred to Champion Tank, and then Stella I'll probably breed Stella to He Man if Danny's good with it anyway. But I want to see see how she fills out. So far, she looks good, but we have to wait and see. And then you got two badass studs you used. You got blood from both of them. I mean, two really nice dogs. Different types, but still nice. And the thing that made me like Tank is he's got Pro Bulls blood in him, but he doesn't look like a Pro Bulls dog. Like he does, but he doesn't. Because some of them Pro Bulls dogs get too big, they get high rears, they get, because they're just fucking huge. They're too big, right? His dog is just right, man. Just enough of everything, not too much of anything. You know, the dog is just right. You know, and that's he's not too tall. So that's what, and he doesn't, his rear's not high, and I'm real I don't like that high rear shit, man. Like I'm a top line freak. So like if I see a roach back or a break behind the withers and it rises up, I'm not feeling that shit. I don't because you get the roach back because the angulation's wrong. So basically the feet are tucked up under. It pulls the spine down. Like, nah, I'm not feeling that shit. Happens a lot in the Borbles too. You see a lot of roach backs, man. You see a lot of roach back Borbles, and they move funny in the back, in the rear. You notice when Vader moves, he might not have as much drive as I would like from the rear. He's got sufficient drive. It's not fantastic, right? But his upper hips don't that waddle either. It's nice and straight when he gates. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't move all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. It's not. I'm not a fan of that. But Karma's got real good drive from the rear, real good turn of stifle. Vader's got everything else that she could use. She's got a drier mouth. She's going to dry his mouth up. Okay. So he doesn't, because he's got more dewlap here. So she'll tighten that up. She's got a longer muzzle, one finger longer than his, because on Borble, it's supposed to be 4 fingers on the top skull, 3 fingers on the muzzle. Well, she's 4 fingers and 4 fingers. He's 4 and 3 like it's supposed to be. So I'm hoping he'll shorten the muzzle up. They complement each other. And if it fuses together correctly, it's going to be really nice. The puppies are going to be fantastic. So, well, I'm trying to champ Vader out this year, get him champed out. He's already got a good amount of points on him. I have to check with USBR to find out exactly how many points I got. But I want to champ him out this year, get him done. So I'm going to hit it hard. Maybe I'll get them both champed out this year before they even get bred. Who knows? Funnier things have happened, right? So that's like basically like accomplishments we're trying to get done this year is get both of them champed out. If I get Larry Bird champed out, I got to get a judge to look at Larry Bird and see where I'm at because I'm not a Frenchie expert. I think he looks good, but we'll see. The main thing with Larry Bird is getting rid of the tear stains. The tear stains are real pain in the ass. The dog himself, structure and health wise, is great, but I got him on purified water, and I can't get rid of him. I use a squish face stuff. I'm using all the wipes, and he's still got the dark stains in there. So I don't know. We'll see. Got 7 people in here, 3 likes. 6 people, 3 likes. Guess I'm not popular anymore. I remember there used to be 15, 20 people in here. It's all right. It is what it is. But yeah, I put pictures up today of Vader. I got some good pictures of him, and a couple videos of the dogs today. And I'm getting ready to. I've been looking at kennels for him for outside because I don't want him being cramped and all cooped up all day long when I'm working or whatever. So I've been looking at that too. But it's got to be something portable that I could take with me, because I'm not going to be here, you know. 4 likes now. Woohoo! I'm setting the world on fire, William. Ah. But let's hope that he does good on the Vader does good on the appraisal. I'm hoping to get. I really want to get a 90%. That's what I'm trying to get. If I get 90%, I'll be happy with anything over an 85. You know what I'm saying? But if I get a 90 or 89 or something like crazy, something towards there, I'll be like, that's nice. So I think he's that good, you know. Except for the stifles, the dog is solid, man. The dog is solid, you know. And you hear me talk about the stifles because I'm not hiding nothing. I tell you right from the rip, and they're not straight. They're just not as curved as I want them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen some dogs, guys, that aren't even a year old yet, that people have bred, and they think, I'm not naming breeders, and one of them just actually got out of breeding them. But I'm telling you, man, the dog's stifles were so straight, no curve. I mean, no curve. I mean, the front of the leg was straight. The dog looked like he was looked like a jacked up Camaro. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on a minute, guys. Hang on a second. settle down. Sorry, guys. I just shut something off in the back there. That's thing running. All right. So anyway, like I said, if I get a 90 percentile, I'd be ecstatic. If I get anything over an 85, I'll be happy. You know, if he scores like 80 or something, I'll think they're high on drugs. I've been looking at a lot of these dogs and the Borbles, and stop. You know, they're getting like they're getting 85s and 88s, and the dogs look terrible. So I'm like, man, if you're going to score that dog at an 87.3, then my dog's got to be at least an 89. You know, and it's not because it's my dog. I'm just going by what I see. When I break each dog down side by side, you know, the front legs, is he straight in the front, straight in the rear, all that stuff. You know, if my dog's better, he's better. If he's not, he's not. You know, sometimes I might go to a show. I'm one of those guys. I'll go to a show. You know, and if I'm in a show with another male, and he's smoking, I'll say, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna kick my ass. You know what I mean? If he's better, he's better. A lot of people won't do that. You know, they're just so kennel blind, or they're just so on their ego. Stop it! What the hell are you digging at? Cut it out. Pulling at something. You know, they're just so stuck on their bullshit. You know, it's like, just because you get known a little bit in the dog industry, don't mean you're God's gift to the world. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to be real about it. That's why I try to stay real about it. I try not to get crazy. I just, you know what I mean? I plan on moving upward in the dog game, you know, but I'm going to do it the right way. I'm not going to be, you know, talking shit about people and acting stupid, you know, and, you know, I try to be respectful and, you know, and all that. But I just, like I said, I've seen some dogs. I thought my dog stifles were bad. My dog stifles are good compared to some of the dogs I've seen. I mean, I am not lying. I'm talking the front of the leg was perfectly straight. Had no bend whatsoever, all the way down to the hock. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. KS Kramer, what's going on? I've been doing this long enough, and I've done enough different breeds. I know how to break a dog down, okay? I know every part of the dog. I know what it's supposed to look like, blah, 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 blah. Vader, it's okay, buddy. Oh, thanks, William. I appreciate it. I try to do it right, man. You know, I'm not perfect, you know, but, you know, I do the best I can, you know, with the knowledge I have, you know what I mean? You know, and you learn more and more all the time, you know, so it just gets better. The more years you do it, the better you get at it. You know, like the Frenchie thing. Like, I got Larry Bird. I'll champ him out. I'll stud him out, but I don't want to breed Frenchies. I don't want nothing to do with that shit, man. That you know, that fucking testable times platinum equals my asshole times. I don't want nothing to do with it, man. That shit gives me a headache, man. It's like a chemistry set. I don't want nothing to do with it. You know, I got Rojo times platinum, 2 times testable equals piebald square root of my ass. No, I don't want to deal with it. That shit makes my head hurt. When people talk about that Frenchie shit, it makes my head hurt. I was like, I just want a damn Frenchie for a pet. You know what I mean? Something that I could put in a ring, but basically just a portable dog I could throw in a truck and take with me somewhere. You know, because I can't put Vader in the front seat. He takes up the whole goddamn cab. You know? I can't deal with that Frenchie shit, man. That's not something I want to get into. I respect people that do it, like Top Tier. Shout out to Top Tier. Top Tier be doing his thing with Check Stub. I hope he makes $1 million with the dog. Not my thing, man. I can't rock that shit. It gives me a headache. Pretty French bulldogs. She's doing her thing. It's not my thing. You know. Oh shit, Slick T's in the house. Slick T, he's got one of my dogs. He's happy. But yeah, it's like one thing you could do to yourself in this dog game is get going in too many different directions. Like probably people probably say that about me because I got a Connie Corso, but I've had Connie Corsos before. I know what I'm looking at. I've been studying these breeds since 1989. You know what I'm saying? I was studying Borbles before all this internet shit. I was looking at Borbles when I was looking at ads in the back of Dog World magazine. That's how old my ass is. You know what I mean? And there was like one lady that was importing them at the time into the country. I don't even remember the chick's name. You know? What's William saying here? How could they take points from you when the freebie looks great? No, it's not they're going to take points from me. It makes the dog look. William makes the dog look like I didn't clean him or nothing. When I've been cleaning the dog so much, his eyes probably hurt from getting cleaned. You know what I mean? Like I got the wipes, right? So I'll wipe it. You know, I've tried the baking soda peroxide. I've tried the Squish Face. I bought $60 worth of Squish Face products, wrinkle paste, tear stain paste, and wipes. Right? They give you an applicator to rub it in and all this shit. Hey, I put it on there so thick it looks like got toothpaste stuck on his face. Right? I leave it on overnight. It don't go away. I mean, the structure of the dog is what counts. If the dog is clean and the dog has got good structure, the tear stain shouldn't mean shit, really. It's just it's an aesthetic problem. But I mean, yeah, I know you're talking about the Frenchie. Other than that, the dog looks great. The dog has a natural stack. He stacks nice. You know, I had him on the lead a few times, and he worked good on the lead. But I mean, you can only do what you can do. I got him on a raw diet, right? So I got him on a raw diet. I got him on purified water. So it's not because of the iron in the water, because there is no iron in the water. He's got distilled water. So I don't know. Maybe somebody else knows something about them tear stains. You know, he's cream colored too. You know, it's not like he's a black dog. I wouldn't have to worry about it. I tell you though, he's strong, William. He's strong, man. He beats the shit out of Rocco, the Connie Corso puppy. They go at it, boy. Capone, how old is Stella? Let's see. Stella is she's 9 months old. She's 9 months old. Yeah. So got another year or so before I breed her, but I'm not even worried about it. She's in a good home, and that lady feeds them raw too, and she makes all her own stuff, man. Gives them veggies, like she takes care of the dogs. If you've seen that video of that fawn female, you see how ripped up that dog is? That dog's eating good, boy. She's thick, but she's ripped, you know? And she's powerful. She's strong. She's got a nice short muzzle, and her head's got to be 25 inches. Her head's almost, I'd say her head's as big as Kobe's or close to it. And that's her father. So, man, Larry Bird don't give a shit about Stella. Larry Bird, him and Rocco be going at it, man. Rocco is his boy, man. They it's like WWE over here. You got Rocco and Larry Bird together, and then you got Karma and Vader wrestling together. So you got the big boys and the little boys. So But stuff, Karma's coming together. I just got to put some weight on her because she grew. She went up so fast. Now I got to put a little weight on her, get a little more muscle on her because she's looking a little skinny. Because she shot up like a beanstalk. You know what I mean? So now she's going to go wide. First she went up. Now she's going to go this way. But like I said, we're going to be outside all 2025, man. This motorhome going to get some miles on it. I mean, that Texas trip, that's like 16-hour ride, man. 16 hours. That's a 2-day ride. I ain't doing that shit in one day. And I'm the only one that can drive this rig. So I'll drive 8 hours. I drive 8 hours, sleep, get up, drive another 8. I don't trust anybody else to drive this thing but me. Because driving this thing ain't no joke, especially when you're in a tight spot. I mean, you really got to know what you're doing. But I ain't never been to Texas, so I'm looking forward to going to Texas, man. I've never been out there. Never. You know? And I go out there, I'm going out there to support June, you know, because and it's not because I'm not even putting his name out there because he's like one of the biggest guys out in the game. I met the man at a dog show, and he treated me just like I was anybody else important. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's not one of those guys going to walk away from you and shit. He's a real dude. You know what I mean? So it's like that's what I think draws people to him. That's why he's got a following. It's not because he's the because I mean it is like I'm not doing it for clout. I'm just doing it because I'm just cool with him. You know, I met him at a show. Then I saw him at a bunch of other shows, and we just kick it. Like when we went to Beast of the East, right? I seen him sitting at a lunch table. I sat down, talked to him for like a half an hour. You know, and he was cool as fuck. So I mean, shout out to June. Yeah, June's a real dude. You know, he's not. I think he's better than anybody or none of that shit. But one thing I noticed when people see him doing big things, one thing I do see is they say shit like they just said on Facebook about him stealing money. I'm like, come on, man. You got to come up with something better than that. That man ain't do that shit. He don't need the money. It don't even make sense. You know, it don't even make sense. But that's the problem, man. In this dog game business, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Everybody, when they go to the show, they're just, they're there for the wrong reasons. They're there to cut other people down, make themselves look like a bigger deal, and all this shit. People get jealous. People looking for that money. Which is the first mistake. If you're doing this, you shouldn't be looking for money. The money will come in due time, but it's not going to come right away. It's not. You got to put it into work. It's like when people, I hear, and this is another thing we could touch on. People bitching about, not winning shows. Well, if your dog's sitting down in the fucking ring, do you think you're going to win? If your dog's standing all cockeyed, do you think you're going to win? You didn't put the work in, man. You got nobody to be mad at but your goddamn self. I mean, that's the truth. It's like when I'm in the ring, I'm all business, man. I don't want to know who's around me, who's looking. I don't give a shit. I'm worried about how's my dog look. Is he right? And that's it. That's all I'm worried about until I get out of that ring. Till that ribbon comes, whoever's going to, I'm working. You understand? And you got to work with him at home too. A lot of people, dog, right? The show, but they don't work at the dog at home and they expect the dog to perform. It don't work that way, man. If you don't have any rapport with the dog, okay, how in the hell are you going to get to do anything in the ring? That's exactly right, William. I mean, I'm sure I'll get hated more and more. The better I do, the more people be talking shit about me. But you know what? Their opinion is none of my business. You know what I mean? And the bottom line is I really don't give a flying fuck. If you want to know the truth. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do my shit. You say whatever the fuck you want, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do my thing. So I really don't care. And it's not me being arrogant. It's just you got to learn to let that shit go, man. Otherwise, you so worried about what the fuck they're thinking of you. You ain't worried about what you're doing. I got to worry about what I'm doing, not what the hell they're thinking of me. Who gives a shit? You know, they ain't doing it. You know. Another point that was made the other day, I don't know if Danny said it or who's like a lot of people that are bitching about the shows don't even go to the fucking shows. They're bitching about the way the show was ran or something. They ain't even in it. They didn't even put a dog in it. Like, what are you crying about? You're talking about stuff that has nothing to do with you. You weren't even there. You know, and then people, like, if they don't win, they complain about, oh, the judge, no, that's his boy or this and that. Let me tell you something. I got beat. Not one, I got beat twice by this handler, Daniel. He handles this Connie Corso, right? Okay. I got beat twice. First time, it could have went either way, possibly. I think, but he handled, his dog handled a little bit better. I didn't make a stink about it and say a word about it. It is what it is. He won, right? Congratulations and blah, blah, blah. The second time, I let a friend of mine who's a handler and a judge and all that. I said, here, you want to take him for best of show? Here, go have some fun. I gave him the dog, but my dog is so used to being in the ring, and when you put him in there with somebody else, he's looking around the ring, looking for me around the perimeter of the ring. He's like, where'd he go? You know what I'm saying? And then he was handling the dog, and he didn't have the dog right. Like he didn't have the dog stacked right. He had the dog totally crooked. But he said that. Now, granted, because bully rings are small, we got these big mastiff dogs. He had a Neapolitan right up his ass. That guy Daniel was handling. When you got too many big dogs in that small space, it gets a little fired up in there. I think maybe they should have broke the group down in half or something. Put maybe 4 dogs in a ring at a time. But I swear to God, he was just about to give the trophy to my dog for best in show, and my dog was standing all crooked, and he said he can't do it, and he gave it to Daniel, and Daniel deserved it because the dog handled better. He had a Neo that he was showing there, and the Neo had a really good top line. I don't like Neos, but that Neo had a badass top line. The dog had a good top line, and the dog was rock solid steady, man. So that's just goes to show you, if you don't put the work in, and if you don't get it right, you're not going to win. You're just not. What do you think? Because I won a couple. I got best in show reserve Beast of the East, and now I'm going to go there this year and I'm going to win again. I might get my ass kicked. You don't know. All you can do is prepare and give it your best. That's all you can do. You know what I'm saying? And then if you lose graciously. You don't cry about it, piss and moan about it. You go back to the drawing board and you try and do better. Simple. If your dog's not in condition, run his ass, get him in condition. Like Vader, he's not in top show form right now, but there's no shows. But I tell you what, he's going to that show on the 14th, right? So starting the December 1st, he's going to go back to a different diet. I usually do it about 2 weeks before the show, and I exercise him a little bit more, and then by the time it's showtime, he's ready to roll. You know what I mean? It's like I bulk him up, and then I lean him out right before a show. Basically, it's like kind of like a keto diet type shit. Trying to like get him ripped right before the show, but not drop too much weight. Might drop a pound or two, not much. So, what time is it? Damn, it's 9 o'clock already. Look at that. I've been yakking all this time. But so that's the plan. The plan is December 13th and 14th. It's either going to be that or I'm going to just go to the appraisal. And if I don't make it to the other show, I don't go. But I'll probably do the 13th and the 14th because I really don't want to lose in that show because I know if I go to that show, I'm going to kick somebody's ass. You know, I just know with all the dogs, I'm going to win something. You know, I mean, if I come there with these 4 dogs to that GCR show, I'm going home with something. I don't know which dog, I don't know, but I'll come home with something. The main thing is the points. You know, I want to get the points. You know, if you notice, I don't know if you guys even noticed this, but have you seen me ever enter a fun show? Never. You know why? Because I don't need to. I go right for the throat, man. I'm in the sanction show from the rip. And if I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. I don't need practice like that. I'm practicing at home. I'm in there to get my points. I'm not going no damn fun. I mean, I go to a fun show if I just want to go do it for the hell of it. But if they got fun in one ring and sanction the other, I'm going all sanction. You know what I'm saying? I don't mess with the fun show. You know, I'm concentrating on getting points to get my dogs champed out. You know, that's my concern. My concern is if I want to have fun, I can have fun at home. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm there for business, man. I'm there to kick ass and get my points. That's why I go to these shows. I mean, think about it. You're going to spend $500 weekend, $700 weekend. Time you get food, gas, entries, blah, 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 4 dogs. I want my points, period. You know, I'm not going to drive 8 hours to go to a fun show. I'm not doing it. It means nothing to me. So you'll hardly ever see me do a fun show. You know, very rarely. You know, I'm always going to be in the sanctioned shows where I can get my points. You know, and if my dog is not ready or if I don't feel he can even win, I'm not going to enter the dog. You know, I mean, it's pointless. I mean, you don't know how much work goes into this. I mean, a lot of people here, anybody that's on here that's a breeder or does shows like I do, you know what it takes to do this shit. This is not easy. The amount of time and patience, and you got a dog that doesn't want to work with you, because they're being a knucklehead, and you can't get crazy with them because you get crazy with them, it's going to get even worse, So it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. You got to love it. You got to love it to do it. You really do, because between the money and the time and the sacrifice, where I need to be here, but I'm going to the dog show, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm not trying to shed negative light on dog shows either. It's not. It's just, you're either in it or you're not. You got to be all in or just, have a pet. You can't do a half-assed job. So you just can't. I mean, I've got hoodies, I've got hats, I got shirts. I'm getting new shirts made up for me when I have my dogs at the ring for handling. I'm getting new black dress shirts with my DSK logo. I'm getting those made up. Okay? Because my ring attire is going to change. I'm telling you, I'm coming in hard this year. I'm not playing around. I'm working the dogs more. Conditioning the dogs more. I'm doing this shit by myself. I'm telling you. So, yeah, shit, man. 10, 12 people in here. I'm raking it in now, William. But I appreciate everybody coming in and chopping it up, And if anybody got anything they want to talk about or any questions or anything like that, feel free. When we have these lives, I don't want you to think it's just about me talking about what I'm doing. If you guys want to talk about something, just type it in and we'll address it. You know what I'm saying? How much a piece? Usually the hoodies are $50. You bought a dog from me though, so You send me your address and your size, I'll send you one, bro. You bought a dog from me, so I'm not worried about you. You know, I take care of customers, you know what I mean? You know, just send me you can send me a DM or something and your name, you know, I mean your address and whatever size. I got some other people that haven't bought dogs from me that want hoodies too. I just haven't gotten with them yet. So, but that's about it for tonight, I guess. Unless you guys got anything else you want to talk about. Any other questions or anything like that? But there's a lot of people in closing this out. There's a lot of people that are putting the work in out there. You know, um, last comment didn't get read. What the hell didn't I read? I must be getting sleepy, man. Let me see. Hey, man, I might have had a senior moment, man. Your last the last comment I seen from you, Capone. You asked me how old Stella was. I said she's about 9 months old. Then you had a comment before there, and you retracted that comment. So, what was your question? Stella is like 9 months old. The other female is coming up on. She's almost 2 years old. Yeah, 9 months old. 9 months old. Going on 10 months. She'll be 10 months in December. Yeah, but like I said, there's a lot of people out here doing their thing. You know, whether it be show wise or what's this here? When she's ready to go, SSK. Yeah, I know who SSK is. You be talking about Fetty? I talked to Fetty on the phone. I watch his videos and stuff before. Carmen Vader will be bred September. If she comes into heat, she came into heat September, so she should be coming in heat again September. Every like her next heat, she'll come into heat in March, and then she'll come into heat, and after March, then she'll come into heat in September, first week of October, depending on her cycle and what's going on. And then she will get bred to Vader. And I'm telling you, that litter's already gone, man. Like I got people that want puppies. Like the litter's gonna be gone the minute it hits the ground. As soon as them dogs are like 3 weeks old, and I know they're gonna live, and I put them up they're gonna be gone. I mean, three of them are already spoken for. Yeah, Fetty G. Fetty G. I like Fetty, man. But the thing is, I tried to buy one of his bitches that he had there. I wanted to buy Test. His price is up there, boy. Price is a little crazy, man, for puppy. I'm not paying that kind of money for a puppy. No, it's a little bit too much for me. You know, when you ask us $6,000 to $7,000 for a puppy, I'm like, nah, man, I'm good, thanks. Because you got to realize something, guys. Puppies are a crapshoot. Yes, you got killer pedigree, you got stuff behind them. That don't mean that dog's going to turn out to be it. Puppies are a crapshoot. You know, I mean, there's a lot of work involved, and I'm not saying to sell them for $1,500 either. you know. But if you get, you get 3,500 for a puppy, $3,000, that's sufficient for a puppy. You know what I'm saying? But 6, 7, 10,000. I mean, I don't know. I just think that's, if it's an older puppy where you can already see what you got, and say the dog's 10 months old, 9 months old, you got more of an idea what's going on, then I could maybe see it. But a puppy that you don't know, you can only go is 8 weeks old. I don't know, man. That just seems a little wild to me. You know what I mean? But I mean, you might get that for like an exotic or something, but I'm saying for like an XL or something like that. Yeah, which stud's that? You talking about Bitcoin? Which stud you talking about? Because I ain't been following Fetty lately. I watched one of his videos the other day, like a recent video, but I haven't been watching them like I used to. I like that litter he had. To be honest with you, one of his best litters I thought was when he had Hustle bred to that ticked up bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Tesla's mom bred to Hustle. Oh yeah, he did buy I remember when I was watching before he bought an XL and it died. Then he got another XL, I think, or some shit. I don't know. Like I said, I ain't been following it, but I'll be honest with you, man. I got so access to so many good XLs. That's the least of my worries. I mean, you got Bruiser, you got He-Man, you got Champion Tank, you got I mean you got Ghost is out there. You got Sarah Roach has got a really badass dog, Gambler. That dog's badass, man. He's a tank. There's a lot of XLs out there, man. The XL department, I'm not hurting in. I mean, I can find whatever I need there. But I'm breeding. Like I said, I'm going to breed that fawn girl Nala. Is going to get bred to Champion Tank, and then Stella. I'll probably breed her to He-Man. So. But we'll see. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, I know about that guy. Extraordinary. I know. I mean, some of these people make that money. I'm not mad at them. I'm just saying, we'll see. I mean, don't mean I got to pay it. I mean, for my life and what I'm doing, I'm not spending that kind of money on a dog. Not on a puppy. Like if I was buying a 2-year-old male, it's all health tested and stuff, and I'm paying, big money. That's a different story. But you know, some of these guys got big operations, man. They got, but you know what? When they started, they had financial backing. I started this from nothing. You understand? I started this from nothing. Started with one dog, and worked my way up. You know what I'm saying? At one point, I had 23 dogs. I had 23 dogs. Then I had to move. Then I had to sell most of my stock. Shit happens. This is real life. This is not some fantasy island shit. Save the plane, the plane. You know what I mean? So, and to be honest with you, until I get land and get a big, serious kennel building built, I'm not trying to have 20 dogs. Even if I get a big building, I don't think I want 20 dogs. You know, because I'm the one doing all the work. You know what I'm saying? You know, if I got 6 or 8 bitches and maybe 2 good males, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because as one retires, I got a new one coming in. So you rotate. You don't have to have, you know, 100 fucking dogs to have a good kennel. You know? I mean, I could be a little shitty operation, right? I could breed that one dog that changes my whole life. You follow? That just takes my life to a different level. You know? And you see it happen. You see these other guys. You see what He-Man's done for Danny, right? You see what June and Moneybags, right? I think it's Moneybags is the name of his dog. You know, he drove all over the country with that dog. I'm just saying that you can breed that one dog and put that dog in a ring, and the dog starts kicking everybody's ass. And next thing you know, everybody wants to breed to it. It can happen. It's got, you know, you do your homework, and then you got to pray that your genetics click just right. And some, you know, not every litter, but maybe one out of 5 litters, you might get that one dog that makes you a rock star. You know, so there's a lot of science and there's a lot of stuff that goes into it, but there's a lot of luck involved too. At what age let's see, Williams, like, at what age do you know what a puppy will be like as a dog, in your opinion? Well, William, be honest with you, and you might look at me like I think I'm crazy, but at 8, 9 weeks old, if you're watching puppies move around and you're looking at their top line and you're looking at the way they're standing, the way they're stacking, and their, you know, their confidence level and what they look like at 8, 9 weeks is what they're probably going to look like at 2 years. Now they're going to go through a bunch of changes between then. You know what I mean? They're going to get gangly, look ugly, and then come back from ugly duckling back to the swan. But if that proper top line at 8 weeks old, it's probably going to have a proper top line at 2 years old, provided that you take care of it properly and feed it properly. Now, if you feed it fucking gravy train, no. But if you're giving it, like, say, new vet supplements and you're feeding it raw and you're taking care of the dog's should look good. You know? I mean, as an experienced dog person, when you look at puppies, you can see if the dog's got it or not. You know what I'm saying? You can tell if the dog's got it or not. Like when I got Karma, right? I looked on the videos that Terry sent me, right? The movement, the way the top line looked, how she interacted with the other puppies. And I picked that bitch. And she says, that's the one I would have picked too. See what I'm saying? So I got to know what the fuck I'm doing because I got other breeders picking the same dog I'm picking. So I know I got the eye for it. You know what I mean? But you got to remember, I've been doing this for years. All different breeds. I mean, I've just been doing it a long time. You know, if you do anything long enough, you're going to get good at it. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. If you keep doing it, my daughter's been jumping horses for 4 years. She's jumping, like 2.6 now, almost 3 feet in the air. She's getting better and better. She's taking ribbons every time she goes out. You know, my daughter went in the junior handler class with Vader. First time ever in the ring with a dog. Took first place. First time. And she handled the dog like she already knew how to do it. I mean, I showed her what to do. She went in there and did it like a champ. So, but we had a good night tonight, guys, and I'm gonna get off of here. I ran over a little bit, but I don't mind running over talking to you guys. I don't care. It ain't like I'm going anywhere. But I'll see you guys next Friday. Yeah, you could tell relatively early, William. You know, because what happens is 8, 9 weeks, that's the sweet spot to check, you know, to check them out. You know what I'm saying? Because once they get 12, 14, 16 weeks, they start changing and getting goofy looking, you know, like, because they go up a little bit and you get taller and shit. So, 8-9 weeks is a sweet spot. 10 weeks at the max. But yeah. All right, Capone. I'll check you later, man. I haven't talked to Fetty in a while. I have to hit him up and see how he's doing though. Check him out. All right, William. Everybody have a good night, and I'll see you guys next Friday. All right. Talk to you later. Peace.